Do this. Alrighty. Well, if we're ready to begin.
I'm loading Fantasy Grounds real quick.
Yeah, okay. When last we met, our creative adventurers actually, I believe you killed everyone. I'm trying to remember why we have this big black area, but I believe it's because the very last thing that our last monster tried to do was he created a big area of darkness, then tried to maneuver through it. But I think one or two of Sorek,
reached out in the darkness, and we heard two separate squelchy things hit the ground.
That's right. It was so effective it separated limb from body.
Exactly.
Okay, so I believe we're left with darkness that should last a couple more rounds, and a number of dead bodies on the floor.
The bodies hit the floor.
I was just about to say the same. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies.
They did hit the floor.
So I think we can dispense with the. If I can figure out how to remove it, we can dispense with the blackness. I gotta figure out how to remove it. How should we remove it?
Select it, and then right click.
Yeah. Oh, pointers.
Right.
Remove pointers. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay. There we go. And for sake of clarity, we can probably get rid of it. Oops, wrong way. Get rid of that. Okay, and with that, we can sort of go in a soft initiative. Let's start with you, Tor. What do you want to do?
Well, I guess then I'll approach the sort of religious statue at the far western end of the room there, and I'll assess it, see if I recognize it, or if there's anything interesting about the statue itself.
Okay. Yeah, I don't recall. Did I say there was a statue on the dais, or was it just the dais?
I'm sorry, I just saw the star there. I thought that was the statue.
And I can't remember if yeah, I don't think there would be anything. No statue should be there. So
okay.
Yeah, so but as reliefs on the wall, you see similar images that you saw out in the corridor of the many-eyed creature, that with eyes on the edge, at the edges of stalks, and often beside that you will also see images of a single eye, a lidless eye with a very narrow iris.
So if I sort of try to search my memory to see if I can, if I recognize any of those, any of that iconography, or if any of it looks familiar, anything I can come up with, both on the single eye and the.
Give me a wisdom check while I.
I'd like to think that Sorek is doing the same.
Yep.
And he's also going to cast Detect Evil on the dais. So.
Give me a moment to look this up.
And Veritan will be trying to retrieve his arrows from this recent combat.
X,
Always a priority.
or- Bear with me one moment. I'm trying to pull up my. Oh, where did I put it? Okay. So you seem to recall that the Cyclops do worship a deity called Krog, Krog, that they see as their protector, their creator. He is considered to be a sort of a lawful evil god. He's not known for being an expansionist or a conqueror, but he's by no means is he a good god. He is known to ask for sacrifices, things like that. So these images on the wall seem to both be two aspects of this deity. Both the one eye, which is probably why the Cyclops worship him, and the other image of him being a many-eyed creature.
So basically, it's the same deity, but in two sort of representations.
Yes, exactly. Yep.
Okay, got it. All right. So, given that there's a dais there, but there's no statue or anything, is there anything at the top of the dais?
On the floor in the relief, there'll be similar images. There'll be a image of the many-eyed creature in the center, surrounded by several images of the single lidless eye.
So that's represented at the top there, where the
So where
star or whatever that's supposed to represent.
right? So instead of the star, you'll have the image embossed in the very center. But is a bias relief on the floor,
Right.
and then around it there'll be, I guess, five, you could say, images of the single eye, the narrow
Okay,
slitted
got it.
eye. Yeah. So this obviously appears to be some sort of worship place. When you came in, it looked like perhaps they were in the middle of some sort of worship service. You had several creatures that were dressed more like clerics. They weren't wearing any of their gear, flanked by the two fighters who were in full gear. Appeared to maybe be guards guarding the back of the chamber.
Okay, so do I recall anything about their worship services other than perhaps they require sacrifices? Anything more specific than that?
Nope. Other than you don't. recall the specific things that they ask for sacrifices, but you can probably guess it's the typical, human, non-cyclopean creatures that would be sacrificed. Maybe animal, maybe beast, maybe human.
No specific
But
time for
nothing.
worship services or special seasons or anything.
No, you don't have enough knowledge of the sort of the liturgical.
And there's no signs in the room of any potential sacrifice or any recent sacrifices.
Nope. This was. I mean, the room is fairly clean. There's no dust, so it's clearly they use this area pretty regularly. Um, and other than maybe a faint scent of some sort of incense in the air, nothing really would be. There was not a recent sacrifice here. There's no signs of it. In fact, actually, you would find no signs of sacrifice here. So, in other words, no blood, no charred. I mean, if there's no place to light a fire or some sort of brazier or anything.
They were innocent eclipses.
I don't know if I would say that,
There we go.
but no. Sorak, for the most part, is saying these creatures seem to be fairly evil in nature.
Okay then.
Not pure chaotic evil. Obviously they have some sort of worship, lawful worship that they are indulging in. But
Okay. Is there anything interesting on any of the bodies?
good question. The in this, other than the clubs that they carried, no other um, items. No gold, no loose currency. The none of them were carrying any sort of pouch or anything, so they didn't have anything with which to carry any valuables on. So it's really just the mundane clubs and armor.
An arrow sticking out of their body. How many did I retrieve? I used 3 in that fight.
Let me. You can retrieve all of them.
Awesome sauce. Thank you.
Yeah.
Very happy with that.
Their bodies were soft. The arrows didn't have to pierce a whole lot of leather for the clerics.
It's a poorly funded Cyclops monastery.
Well,
Are
perhaps
there any runes on the dais or on the pillars or anything that may be interesting?
nothing of interest to a rune keeper. No.
So I personally joined the campaign a little later on. The whole nature of these cave complexes up here are all these different sort of groups that are all sort of clustered with one. There's some sort of overarching theme or something that's holding them all together. Is this sort of like a cliffside dwelling, or is there something that we know about why all these different or disparate groups are in the same area?
Good question. I can tell you what the group has actually discovered firsthand. There was a time before I think they first came to the caverns. They heard a number of rumors. I don't know, like a dozen, 15, 20 rumors. They included such things as there is a captured merchant. There was I think a rumor about a woman who had been captured and was missing. That one seems to have panned out to probably be the captain of the guard's sister,
Right.
if you recall, and she was killed. Now, as far as Yeah, you're pointing out there are several different kinds of creatures, and they seem to have sort of very different deities and reasons for being here. I would say that's definitely something the group might want to look into. I will also offer you a hint. You've not pressed. You've left many doors shut, and you've not pressed deeply into the caverns. Some of these caverns are much older and run deeper. I will say that.
Okay, got it.
Yep.
But I'd say you've hit three factions that seem like they've been here a while. The goblins, that you indirectly ran across, that you cleared out farther to the south. Oh, I'm sorry, that was orcs. Never mind. There are goblins in the area. At some point, you killed who they thought was their messiah, or a priest of that, and that brought about retribution to the keep in the way of a siege. But the two creatures, I'm sorry, three creatures that have seemed to have been here for a while are the troll creatures. This group seems like this is not a new inhabitation, and the orcs that you cleared out in the bottom right at E.
And they all live together here in harmony.
Uh, maybe.
Ish.
Yeah, it's not like you've stood
They
by and
all
waited to see.
live together here, but that's about as far as we go. I don't
Yeah.
know about the harmony yet.
Yeah, exactly.
So you said the orcs were down in E, right down at the bottom of the map. Is that right?
Yep.
Okay,
If
we
I'm
got the trolls.
correct,
That
we
were,
did open that secret door just inside E, and there were just some barrels in there, if I remember correctly. Because it's black.
Yes, you're right. I think you're right. I will open that up.
Because E is the one cavern that we did clear out in the entirety, I think.
What caverns did we leave not in its entirety?
Everything else.
no, there's A.
Really?
There's that.
We didn't.
There's
we
that door
didn't-
lead.
What?
It's that door leading out of room 11 in A, and then there's a
Oh.
door leading out of room 3 in B. So
B.
we've got a couple little spaces there.
Yeah.
And then cavern C, there's everything past room 10.
Yep. You shut the door on 10.
10 had a dragon thing in there, so we said nope and left. Room 11 had one of those sealed do not open doors, so we said maybe we don't open it.
Yeah,
and then
you
skedaddled.
know, we have had experience with things that should not have been opened that we opened.
And in B3, they had the funky statues, one of which somehow came to life, and I can't possibly comment any further on that. But also some great master potentially being beyond, which would be, what was his name? Hang on, let me get my notes. The guy who built this city on rock and roll. Where the keep was, he built a tower in the past, and the dungeon is thought to be his as well.
Oh
Mhm.
yeah.
But we believe potentially there's something seriously to do with him tucked behind the room after room 3 and B. So
Right.
again, discretion to the first round valid. Then there's down underneath room 3 in C, which is that cavern with the sleepy time stuff in it, that we also decided to leave well alone. And now we've got to this one where we keep seeing these freaky statues, and we've been very hesitant in exploring. So we've got a room off room 7, a room off room 8, and then a bit of a corridor unexplored off room 8 as well.
Mm-hmm.
But we are in a situation where people are begging for sleep, and I'm not too against the idea, but it's just a matter of where. Oh, and north of room 5 as well, there was something behind that door, purring or stretching, and we decided to leave that alone.
Probably quite old evil.
Yes.
Yeah, I think if we're we kind of need to make a decision. If we're going to try to figure out the nature of this complex, then we need to delve further. But if we don't really care, then we can go somewhere else entirely.
Well, I am very interested to clear this out because obviously it is quite evil, or at least clear out as much as we feel willing and capable of handling without getting out of our depth and slaughtered.
Sure.
Bearing in mind also that we don't have a rogue of any type with us, so we are at the mercy of locked doors and traps.
Oh yeah. Well, here we've still got the we've still got 2 doors leading out of room 8 in this portion of the dungeon. Well, actually 3 if you count the one leading out of 7.
And then there's the room north of 5 that I mentioned that has the scratchy evilness behind it.
Yeah, so I guess my vote would be to take on those doors in 7 and 8 and see what we come up with that way.
Yep. Well, and if I remember correctly, in room 8, the door to the east, we could hear or see some more Cyclops in there, but then we came back because we didn't want to get caught from the rear by anything.
Right.
So I suggest let's do the door in room 7 first, in case that goes into the same room.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
And
I
then
concur.
we'll take it from there. But as I said, we also have tired members of the party who want to recharge a bit, and I'm not totally against that.
Most especially. Although now that we've made the correction for level, I'm still good to go. So if we need to keep going, I've only used like 3/5 of my spell points. So I feel like I have a few more good spells within me.
Oh, yeah. Well, we could rest here, or we could go back to town. It's not too far, but I think we determined that the doors into room 5 here could be secured from the inside if we wanted to rest in there.
I'm more inclined if we rest, then we do what we did in the past. I think we rested once in room 2, was it, or room 3 from area E?
Okay.
Because we knew we cleared E out. Or we could go to, hang on, A, what did we not clear? Or room 3, and we rested once in room 3 of Caverns A.
Mm-hmm.
Lockable or closable there.
Mm-hmm.
So I suggest we go to there if we want to rest. Hoping
Sounds good to me.
Right, and don't forget in area 4 there was some sort of water elemental, and in 7 and 8 there was that big blobby creature that we set fire to.
Right.
Hoping that most of the smoke's dissipated enough that we can still use room 3. And there's a couple of doors secret doors on the way to 3 that I think were closed. So with 2 secret doors between 3 and the outside world, I think that's as secure as we're likely to be with a rogue.
So which one are we headed toward?
A3, I would suggest.
Okay.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. I'll bring Sorak over. So there we go.
I gotta zoom out far enough to find my. We probably should have like taken our time getting in there in case there was something that had re-infiltrated A.
I think anything that tried it would have been scared off by whatever's in room 4. Oh, what's that? I see some grey, mysterious, moving, vanishing
Right?
thing.
Like I said, we probably should have, been a little more careful about that.
Oh, it's a dice.
Yes. Oh, I thought you were being sarcastic.
No, it rolled. My map was across the dice section, and the
Gotcha.
dice shadow doesn't show over the black dark parts of the map, and I just caught the edge of it across the room 2 and room 8 of where we were before, and it was just like a shadow flitted across the map. I thought, whoa, what was that?
Okay, let us talk about swatches. I think we have that set in our party sheet.
Yes, but I will also inscribe a watchful eye, because I have some spare runes today because we're not using portals. Watchful eye, just on our side of the secret room in room 1. And the watchful eye basically sounds alarm if it detects specific actions.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to describe some sort of description room which indicates the kind of action I'm watching for: basic movement, casting, sound, etc. So it's watching to see if the secret room in 1, between 1 and this corridor, is open.
Okay.
And if it's open, then it sounds an alarm, which hopefully will be loud enough for us to hear it.
Now the alarm will emanate from the rune itself, right?
Yes. So whoever opens it will also hear the alarm, but at least we will also be aware.
And in fact, the alarm sounds like it needs to be loud enough to wake you in the or for you to hear it
Not
all around.
necessarily to wake us. There can be someone on watch who's down near the secret door at the bottom of our corridor, but it
Sure.
will at least make sure that they're aware without them having to open the secret door to get into the bit where we are. So we're not going to get caught surprised, and the person watching is not necessarily going to have to be lucky on hearing noises on the other side of the door. So it just needs to be loud enough to cover that corridor and through that secret door into our chamber.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So we still have watches.
Okay. Well, um, you will all sleep well during your sleeping time. Watches will uncover, but will notice nothing during the night. I will say though that your sleep will probably be not very deep and perhaps not as restful as you may be used to. At least in any other normal setting, let alone a nice bed at the inn. So for some reason the dreams are dark and somewhat disturbing, more like nightmares. So
Anything specific or just vague things?
no, just vague things, images of creatures with red eyes, an overwhelming sort of sense of dread. Maybe an image or two of something large and monstrous and uh, immensely evil, maybe rising somehow, ascending from some deep place. And occasionally I dream of a cat.
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 Okay.
At least one of you will have a dream of a cat, just a regular old garden variety cat. It may even seem out of place among these other dark visions, dark dreams. In fact, I think Arista might get a quick glimpse of the lady in black who visited her before, and she will sort of be standing there tapping her foot like, where's my book already?
Yeah.
But just an impression, nothing specific.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Sorry.
That's it. You awake. You're fully rested in terms of your health, your spells, your prayers. but maybe just a slight sense of uneasy nightmare sleep. So Vartan, you'll be the last on the watch, so you'll be first up in the morning. Is your intent to like get up as early as possible, try to keep your sleep as short as possible, or are you gonna try sleep in, or?
Well, if I'm on last watch, then I'll give the others a bit of rest, but certainly not sleeping in super late in the day. We've got a lot to do today.
Okay. Now, do Twilight Elves need a full?
This
Do they need like
isn't exactly I'm not sure. I think they're like elves in that respect.
need very little sleep?
I think so, but I'm not sure if that's in how that's written in the books. Hang on. I haven't actually opened any of the books.
Yeah, I was just curious. It's no big deal.
It's in the player's guide, isn't it? One book I don't have in digital copy, and I thought I did.
Now, this is interesting. I'm just a quick side note. I'm looking at this formation page on the party sheet. Kind of interesting. I seem to have changed it because if I remember right, that was just sort of a kind of a flat map. You put your token there wherever you wanted, right?
Yeah.
Now it's all squared off and gridded, and anyway. So did you decide where you want to go next in terms of room exploration?
If everyone's up for it, let's do that room 7.
Yep, sounds good.
No, this is 7 back in Cavern L, right? Cave L.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you want us to whiz our tokens over, or do you want to do some checks first?
Nope. I think you're fine. Just moving your tokens over. It's a few 100 feet. It's not much.
Although,
Now that you mention
And-
it, no.
Sorry, keeps getting stuck. Arista wedged herself in front of me.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
Everything was
fine.
much smaller when I did it.
Yeah, the book doesn't put any notes for the Twilight Elves varying from elves in that respect. But to be honest, I don't know if the elves in this system need less rest.
Okay. All right. Are we going to do the usual cadence at the door?
Yeah, I'll take the helmet off and press my ear to the door.
Okay, so give me a wisdom check. Okay. Just strangely quiet, very quiet.
Does it appear to be locked, the door?
I'm sorry. It does not appear to be locked, although it is latched, and it will open inward.
Toward me?
Actually, no, into room 13, so away from you.
Okay, got it.
And if you need to know, it's a left-hand door. The latch is on the right. Swings inward to the left.
Okay. I will look at the rest of the group and ensure that no one is telling me to wait, and if not, then I will cautiously open the door.
Okay. As you swing the door open, you notice that there are several bundles of some sort of straw and bedding on the floor. Standing next to each of the beddings are several creatures. No, 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 no. Hold on. I thought there was remove all and bear with me 1 second. Technical difficulty. At least I'm not going to do what I did the last time and remove like 50 things off the board.
Yeah.
That was painful. All right, let's try this again. And you notice that there appear to be 6 of the fully armored creatures. They're just like, it's as if they had just woken up and are starting to put on their armor and don their weapons and such. And one creature near the door who is dressed more in softer leathers and appears to be more, not quite a fighter, martial fighter, but perhaps sort of caster. And with that, let us begin initiative. So, Tor, since you're the one that opened the door, you get to go first here.
Okay. Then I am going to step back, and as I pass and Veritan and Arista, I mentioned that just basically briefly what's in the room, and I'm making my way up into room 8 and to that side door, since I'm assuming that I got a decent glance inside the room and saw that there was that other door was there. Is that true?
Yeah, between that and the fact that you can sort of remember the geometry, I would accept that you would know how that you could flank through that other door.
Okay, then that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move my full move, and that'll be it for me.
Okay, and that door will also be closed. It will also open inward in the same manner, so it would take you, part of your movement to open that door on the rounds.
Okay. This way more than one person can fight.
Actually, let me give you guys a chance for surprise.
I'm going to point out that I am once again at the bottom of the combat tracker, which means that all my luck has run out, guys.
Why do you say that?
You get to see how they position themselves before you destroy them all with fireball.
I've had a really good 2 sessions where I was coming in at the top of the combat initiative order, and everything I was throwing was hitting. And now I'm at the bottom of the initiative order again. I'm just saying, may not be causation, just correlation.
Right.
Yep. Okay. So the creature with robes. Actually, I think you have all. You've identified all these creatures. You don't need to. The Cyclops Master, the one that you've previously, the kind of which you've seen casting spells before, is going to sort of notice the door opening and growl something, shout out something to the group, and notice that the orc that opened the door disappeared, and he is going to step back this way and order two of his fellows to move forward. So he will come in to the door and stand there, and I think between finishing putting on his gear and that little bit of movement, that'll be all for him. Our time.
Can I see the master from where I am now that he's moved, or do I need to take like a half step right? I didn't.
Yeah, I
expect
think you
Sorek
need to
step
take
that
a.
way.
I just wanted to see if there was a clear line of sight.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'll
I think
just
you're going to have to step a little.
lean onto that corner. Is that
Mhm.
okay there?
Yep, that's fine.
Okay, and then I will take a shot at the Cyclops Master. So lift up the longbow. I'm not going to do my funky targeted thing because I think I have to wait half a day for that to recharge anyway. And let loose a black feathered arrow at the Cyclops Master. Why did that happen? Did
Oh
he
no.
just cast target? Did you do that
No.
the same moment that I clicked something?
Yeah, that wasn't me.
It's me. It's me. I'm just planning my turn.
Oh,
Oh, because you did that at the same. It was literally the same split
was. I'm
second
so
that I
sorry.
clicked clicked to target him, and then this 20-foot ring suddenly appeared. And I'm like, oh no, what a fancy grass change now.
No, I'm trying to figure out if I'm going to kill Tor or not.
Don't worry about Tor, he'll be fine.
Fine. Okay. He's the healer, though, isn't he?
I have a sword.
It's a hit, but only a little damage to him.
okay.
And then I will tell Sorak to make sure he blocks them from coming any further into the room. So let Sorak be our bottleneck.
And I'm sorry, say that very last thing you said. Sorak, you told him to
Be our bottleneck.
be our
Go in
bottleneck.
and right up to the door and stop. Be our bottleneck. Go up to the door and stop anything else from coming in.
Okay. No foreshadowing of the blackness that's about to come from maybe behind. Thorak, fill the hole, but watch out for the,
He'll be
the
fine.
radius.
And anybody who's been working with me knows it's going to happen.
You could target like the back of the room instead, is the front of the room, that.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to figure out. And then I realized it was just too distracting for y'all to be able to handle. But if you know what's going on, then we'll just we'll just dress great. There.
Yeah, that's much better for people's health.
Oh goodness.
Even target the back corner of the room.
Oof. These guys are tough.
Yeah. Took a big chunk out of that fighter right in front of him. Let's see. 4 is gonna try to move in, and I'm gonna say. Hang on a second. Let me see. Got such a narrow doorway, and technically they can't both fit. But shoot.
That's what we're planning.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he's gonna go here He's also going to fill here, and these guys are going to take defensive positions around the master. All right, Arista.
Yeah, cuddle up.
Okay. So if I target the door in the upper right, that's my 20-foot radius. So I'm actually going to target the bed next to it.
Okay, so it's not so
Nice.
much of a bed; it's kind of a pallet on the floor.
Yeah, exactly.
Uh,
Okay,
a flammable pallet on the floor.
yeah,
Yeah, well, it is now.
you're the wizard. You're supposed to know what you're doing, so I'm not gonna say anything. So go ahead.
No. Sorak, you know how to make water, right? Oh no, I just accidentally closed the map. Hold on. Ah! Uncategorized. Caverns patchwork. There we go. Okay. Sorak, you know how to make water, right? Because it's gonna get really hot in here real quick. So, fireball. Oh, goodness gracious. It looks like I've got Fireball pulled up already and it's underneath. Yes, it is underneath something. Fireball does 1d6 damage per level in a 40-foot radius. I'm sorry, 40-foot diameter.
Hmm.
Dexterity save for half.
Okay.
So, do you want to do the dexterity saves first? Do you want
Yeah,
to do the damage?
I'll do that, but I want to hear you describe what you're doing.
Okay, so I'm standing on my tiptoes above Sorak. I'm mumbling something about make sure you shut the door as soon as I get this off. With a shout to Tor, shut the door.
Hadn't opened yet.
Well, that's good. That's good. So I won't shout that to Tor then because I'll be able to know that the door is not open yet, I suppose. And I'm just gonna stand there and I have this little tiny piece of coal. And I'm going to chuck it into the air and will it across the room to land on that pallet.
And choo choo choo. Okay. And the total damage was what? How much again? Sorry.
I haven't rolled it yet. You were rolling your
Oh.
saves first.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Terrible. That's it. 7 damage. Not even average. See, I told you guys. My luck has run out.
I think a fireball last time was weak sauce too, wasn't it? It was something along the similar kind of value.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just good because it hit so many targets and it was kind of spread out a bit rather than
Yeah. Yeah. That's
the
okay. I can do more than one of them.
devastation that we were hoping for.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's another good point.
Yeah. I mean, we slept, so that only uses 4.
The door also is affected by the amount of
Yeah.
weak flame.
Right.
And
Weak
you
sauce
notice,
flame.
yeah, you notice as you sort of tossed your fire grenade in there, it did the door did blast open.
Mhm.
Sorak also, unfortunately, you were not able to completely miss Sorak, so Sorak caught a little bit.
How?
Well, the way I measured this room is not quite 20 feet, right?
Okay.
So I mean, even if I'm generous and I put you right in the very corner,
Mm-hmm.
you know, the problem is you're kind of coming around and it gets funneled through this doorway.
Okay.
Um, that's a Dex level 11. Um, sorry, bear with me a second. Okay, Dex 12. And how do we know if it is prime?
When he rolls it, it should say if it's prime.
Oh, I can
roll
see. I
for him. It also says
could
entire
push
sheet.
that. Normally it would be 4, so it would have been 12. He does not make it, so he can take 7. By the by, Tor, I think you need to fix up your hit points there. Still showing you have a number of wounds.
Yeah, I looked at the rules and it said you only gain back 1 per day unless we're using different rules. Is that true?
1 per level per day, I think. What it is. But, yep. No,
Oh,
you're right.
I got you. Okay.
17. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. All good. That's Arista. Next round. Oh, you're up again.
Okay, then I am going to open
Lord,
that door there, and I'm going to attack whomever is closest to me.
Yep. Cyclops 5, I think, would be within striking range by the time you open that door. Actually, you could take either 5 or 4.
I think I'll work on 5 here.
You notice the room is now full of smoke. It smells like burned Cyclops hair. And
I
that's a hit. Good.
smile inside my helm. All right, damage.
Nice. Okay, so I can still make out the Cyclops Master though.
Yep.
Going.
Yeah, I don't recall
Okay,
if someone
we're
said to
taking-
shut the door, but the door is still open. But that's right.
Okay, I will take my shot.
I
Again,
hit
Black Fletch
Sorak
Arrow.
shut the door.
You did ask Sorak to shut the door?
Uh-huh. I said, as soon as I get this off, you shut that door.
Okay. Well, you told him. We'll see if he can manage it, because he's got a creature
Right.
now blocking the door.
The idea was for him to do it before she threw the fireball, so he wouldn't take the damage. I thought,
Right.
or wasn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah, but it wasn't really his turn either, right? So
Yeah.
I get the intent. It's just that he would already move.
Yeah. That would have probably been representative of his next check, I suppose, or something like that. Some sort of reaction. Avoid blast. Oh, 15 misses. Oh. Okay.
Let me double check.
Unless my black fletched arrows are giving a bonus. But I thought the masters were lighter armed
They
than the
they are. I apologize. No, I haven't fixed his armor. That will hit.
Yay! Oh, wrong roll. Oh, what a shame! What a thing to roll when I misclick. No.
Yeah, no, it wasn't a crit. Sorry.
There's the regular damage for him, but oh, what a waste.
They seem to be doing additional damage. They don't seem to be more accurate, but it does seem that for these creatures at least, that the damage seems to be greater than perhaps a normal. Sorak. Well, do you still want
Can we do
Sorak to
his
try?
attacks again?
What's that?
I was just asking, do you want me to do his attacks again, or
Yeah, no, actually, if
No.
you want to take him over, that's fine. I know I rolled him last time, but you still want him to shut that door now, Arista, or was that sort of
It's
just
up to him, I suppose.
I
Yeah,
think
I don't
it's
think
more advantageous for him to be chopping away at the thing in front of him than
Yeah.
close the
yeah,
door.
yeah, he wouldn't. He would not close it now. So he's
And I'm
going
sorry,
to
are we
attack.
in darkness? Is that what this is?
no?
I don't see anything indicating darkness.
Oh, maybe that's something else. No? There's a gray box over. Oh, now it's gone. I don't know what it was. Correct.
I'm working on it.
Oh, okay. My bad. Well, at least he did
Nice.
better than average.
Well, I mean, consider that you did around 7 points to most of the guys in the room. That's a lot of damage.
Yeah,
That's a lot of damage. Yeah.
it's okay. We're about to make it even better.
Beauty. That's
Did you
just
say
attack.
biggity?
Yeah. No, I'm nowhere near that cool. No, I said beauty.
Oh.
Okay. Actually, the master is going to be. He was sort of uttering some sort of prayer, and it will go off, and you will see a brief flash of light surrounding everyone, all the cyclops in the room.
If he's going to play dirty, then I'm going to check out what my static runes are.
Sure.
Maybe that's attack for people attacking them.
Do you have them set as allies of that token?
No, they're enemies.
Yeah, if they're enemies of that token of that priest, then they're going to get a minus. So that's what you got to switch that somehow.
Yeah,
I
but
don't
some
know
of
how to
them
do
got
it.
a positive one, and the last one got a negative one. So
Yeah, well, I was putting bless, but it's not exactly bless. It's prayer. Um, shoot. Let's do this. We'll put prayer there, and I'll keep blessing the rest. Bless, and I'll just have to remember that it's also D. Okay. I'll have to revise that to have like prayer for you, your group, and prayer against the enemy.
Yeah.
Something like that. I know it looks like it's just prayer applies to enemies. Okay. Hopefully that helps my math. We'll see. Okay, so that's him and basically everyone in the room but 5. So we'll do um uh oh what shoot, I don't know why I'm rolling at only 1 can attack. 2 can attack. 3 can attack.
So the 19 doesn't make it.
No.
Okay.
No, I hate throwing it away, but I didn't realize I can't roll for everyone because only 3 of them can actually hit something. Um,
I'll fix that.
that's good, and I think that's it. And let me check one more thing real quick, and I'll be done. Since that door got blown open. Okay. Yep. Okay. Next will be Arista. Go ahead.
Great. Cyclops fighter number 6 gets a wisdom saving throw.
And
He's held
oh, fantastic.
for 3 rounds. And then I'm gonna work my way over here. And I'm
Is
assuming I
6
can't get the
still
hold there.
alive? No,
Oh.
6 is the one killed by
Oh,
Sora.
6 is already okay. Then it'll be on 3.
Okay.
Who I assume moved forward after 6 died.
Yeah, I wasn't paying attention. Okay, good.
It's
Okay.
okay.
Is held, huh?
Yep, for 3 rounds.
We'll call him grappled. Best I got.
Okay. And then I'm gonna go around to Tor's side, but I figure I can't get all the way there during this turn because I already did a spell.
Okay. Yep, you're right. Fighter 5. Get to take four.
Oh, as I go by to Sorak, can I say to him, "Come on, Sorak"? Maybe he'll follow.
For 8 points of damage to Tor.
Okay.
That was 5 that did that.
Correct.
Yeah.
Tor, you're at the top of the order again.
Well, this is a new day.
Ugh.
Damn.
He will swing a club again and miss you. Rumble under his breath. Master. He will continue fervently praying. And you will notice the wounds, some wounds on 5 will clear up. 5 will start looking much healthier. Barton.
Okay, much as I had other plans, I need to take out that Cyclops Master. So, draw back my bow for what I hope is the final shot to end all his hopes and dreams forever.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Hey, there it is.
Nice.
That
well,
was
you
of
don't
course
need.
black fletched again.
Yeah, you don't really have to roll that. You can if you want. It's what was it, max? What is that?
Max
D8.
plus D4. So D8 plus 2.
So 10 and D4.
And plus D4. Well, that was
So 11 points. That's enough. And with that, he will he'll have this look on his face. Like, what? You? No. Oh wait. Fact. Dead. We're gonna say he's dead. He's got enough damage to be good and dead. Proper.
Nice.
3. 3 is well, he doesn't yet realize his master's gone down, so he's been tasked with the task, and he's going to finish it.
He's held.
Oh, this is right. Oh, you kidding me?
So it's my turn.
Sure. I reserve that roll for the next fighter.
Okay. Left or right, Tor?
Left.
Okay, I'm gonna hold person on fighter 5. He gets a wisdom save.
I'm sorry, 5 does?
Yeah. He said left.
Yeah, I thought you were going to shoot him with something. My bad.
Wisdom save against you, against, do you know what?
I have no idea. It just says wisdom negates.
Yeah, okay, I'm sorry, I'm thinking, you already told me it's wisdom. He will fail that.
Okay. So he is also held for 3 rounds.
Okay, and you are using the correct mana calculation time, yeah?
Yes, I am. I've used 10 mana. And that includes my steep stones from overnight.
Okay. Kind of sucks. But 6 is dead, so he doesn't get a chance. 2, I think we'll have witnessed his master, and as going to really begin to retreat. He knows.
Is that door still there, by the way?
No, that door is open. What lies beyond it, you do not know.
Okay.
But he will, sorry, he will temporarily here for. And Sorak will go.
All right.
And against 3, gee, I don't know. He's frozen. So technically, he's defenseless. But what he's he's held.
Mm-hmm.
Held.
Is it pop?
Well, I'm sorry. Real quick. Let me review held.
You can only make mental actions.
You can only make what?
Mental actions.
So he is defenseless.
Yep.
So,
Okay. Is it possible to push by him?
Sure. Oh yeah. No, in fact, you wouldn't even need to do a check or anything. He's completely a wet noodle right now. So.
Yeah, he's not. Sorak is not overly enthused with attacking someone that can at least defend themselves, even though it's a scurvy Cyclops. He's going to move in, squeeze past him, and cleave number 4.
Yes.
All
Or
right.
actually, no, I'm sorry. He probably can. He could probably reach all the way to Cyclops 1. Is that true?
Moving past. Yes. Yeah. Normally you wouldn't because would take some action to do the kind of shove, but he walks effortlessly past 3, get to 1, and go
Okay.
ahead. Wow.
Okay.
Alrighty. 4. 4 does not like what just happened to Master and saw the dwarf come in the room, not knowing that the dwarf was not the one that did that. He's idle up and get an attack. And I haven't used. Have I used my 20 yet? I have
No.
not. I'm going to use my 20 now.
Or 20?
The one that you rolled back when you forgot the guy was
Yeah,
held.
I said I claimed
Nope,
it.
nope. That's mine.
So he's going to get 15 points on Sora.
Precedent, guys. Precedent. You accidentally roll a 20. You can save it for later.
If your name is Mark,
said-
yes. That's the full precedent.
How many points did you say are on him?
15 points of damage. I already took care of it.
Oh, I was about to say. Good Lord, that's him.
So Sorak felt something in the back of his neck.
Dirty
viz of a
bastard.
club coming by and smacking him square in his spine, denting his armor quite a bit. And fighter one is where he is here. He is going to return the press the attack back and miss Thorak. And next turn, Vartan.
Okay, Vartan is going to. Can I, if I go for Cyclops 4, I'm going to risk of hitting Sorak.
Go for it.
No, I'm looking at the Cyclops 3. He's held at the moment, but sooner or later he's going to cause issues.
Yeah, I think he's got 2 more
Um,
rounds.
Yeah, I'm just going to have to peg
And
him
he's
with
at
an
the
arrow.
end of the rotation.
Just going to have to peg him.
Go for one. Go for one.
So, where's my character sheet? I've lost it. Too many windows. Right.
Take him down. Take down one. They're flanking him.
Boing. It's got to be a hit. Black Flash down. 5 plus mystery damage. 4. Only 4 plus mystery damage. That's supposed to be a +2, not a +1. I don't know why. Oh, because he's got prayer. That's why it's only a +1. 4 points damage. Plus unknown.
Yeah, looks like it already took care of that. Let us see. Cyclops. Going to continue to focus on one he thinks killed his master, and he's just so distraught by that he misses. 2.
Where is 2?
He is going to reappear here at the door.
Oh, that's right, he ran.
And he seems sort of excited.
There's more coming, guys.
Not good.
And he is going to attack Dwarf, almost certainly to miss. And miss
Yeah.
so badly, he's going to drop his. Let's see. Dropping his club. Actually, wait. I should roll this on a fumble chart. Second.
I'm playing in another Castles and Crusades game on Tuesday, and they're using the somewhat over-the-top critical hit and critical fumble charts from the worst-case one from the Castle Keeper's Guide,
Yeah.
and they're just unplayable. There's like 10% chance of instant death on any fumble or crit.
Wow.
So that's just going to wipe out the party at some point. It's inevitable.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I
That
would.
sounds like a Davis thing.
Yeah.
We might be able to play that because if you wanted, because we might have that table
No,
because
thank you.
the critical
No,
hit includes decapitation. So
it's yeah, but it's not even a roll to see if you roll on the table. It's like every critical hit and every critical fumble rolls on the table. So you've got a 0.5% chance of death on every single attack roll you make, and a 0.5% chance of death on every attack roll you
wow.
receive, just based on critical tables. So the idea is not to make attack rolls wherever possible. So I'm using summon spells to get other things to do my dirty work, because otherwise fumbles are going to kill me as sure as any other attack.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Um, Back to where we were. Combat track. 1, 2. Oh, 2 showed up. That's right. He made his attacks. 6 is dead. Master's dead. 4.
Okay, I move in and I'm going to engage 4. Whoops, I'm not sure how that did that. Remarkably, I missed twice. All right. Is that right?
Um,
I think I attacked myself. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I
yeah,
attacked
wait a minute.
myself.
No, you should have
So
hit on
first,
that first roll.
okay.
Roll and roll damage on.
Ah, shit. This thing. Sorry. This thing's got me attacked. Got me targeted too.
He swung so darn hard that the flail came back and hit you square in the face.
Hit me in the, hit me in the back of the head. All right, yeah. 11 to him. I should have recorded it. But let me get my input.
Yep. Okay. You can roll for Sorak now too.
Okay. He'll continue. He'll engage 4 as well since he backstruck him. All right, that's what he gets for being dirty.
30.
Yes. Hit him in the back. Sword and stuff, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. 5 and 3 can't do squat because they are. Oops. They are held. And one more creature will join
Can I have my
our.
turn?
Oh, wait. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It's okay.
Okay.
There we go. Okay, thanks. You can move on now.
Okay. Now we can have one more creature join the fray.
I take it prayer fell off.
That's a very good point.
It looks like
Wasn't meant
Was
to. It was
there right
supposed to be
before
on.
I rolled my turn.
Yeah.
does it last past the caster being killed?
No, I would say normally it wouldn't because it's not dependent on the caster being alive at that point. He just asked a prayer of his deity and the deity blessed him. But honestly, I'm not going to worry about it because at this point, I mean, it's a few points one way or another. It's not going to make a difference.
Okay.
I mean, we're killing by more than point each. So, well, you were.
Did I just toenail this guy?
No, no.
Oh, okay.
Alrighty. He is going to enter the fray. 30. Oh. Yeah, let's see. Can you? No, he can't because he can't join the lightness. He can't join the light. Let me move 1 pixel. 1 pixel's worth of darkness. No, he still can't join. An unbelievable. All right, there we go. And another creature dressed similarly to these other masters that you have encountered will enter, but he is heavily adorned with all sorts of sort of figurative jewelry, chains around his neck with some sort of symbols, lidless eye, and another chain, large chain around his neck with a symbol of a many-eyed creature. And he will sort of swagger in the room like he's gonna just take out the trash. And he will immediately begin chanting something, and all of his minions, his lackeys, stewards, his acolytes, everybody in with one eye in the single eye in the will look like they are beginning to heal. As you sense an aura filling the room. It's not going to be enough, though.
Nice.
A lot of healing, but it won't keep up with the damage. Not gonna keep up with the damage.
It doesn't have to keep up with the damage. It just has to eventually give them more time to damage us.
True. And let's see. That'll do it. Top the order, Mr. Number 2. Top's number 2. Kind of emboldened now. He's got his number 1 dude behind him. Feels like he could conquer the world. Take a swing at Sorak. Miss. Perhaps he's getting a little too cocky. Go ahead, Arista.
How did that happen? Holy moly! Okay then, let's take care of this one-eyed creature with robes.
That's
Um. All right, guys. I'm spending out mana points here a lot, but I kind of feel like this guy's worth it. So there's no saving throw for this one. He does get spell resistance.
Yeah, nearly every spell has spell resistance.
Right? So
Almost no creatures have it.
Oh wait, I should have done that twice. Actually, that's there, and I didn't roll that well anyway. And I don't have anybody targeted. Give me a second here. Let me target this guy. Okay, we'll target him, and now we're gonna do this. Oh my goodness gracious!
What are you doing? How?
Man, that stinks.
And I'm sorry, I missed it. What exactly were you targeting him with?
Acid arrow.
Acid arrow. So you shoot this acid arrow, and it comes and it strikes him, and kind of just spitters and sputters, and a little bit of spark, and then a little
And
damage.
does
Get another
7
round
points
from
of
it.
damage.
Oh, you get another round out of it, though. You'll damage him again next round.
That is true. That is true.
Because it's 1 round per 2 levels, right? So I get 1 round plus 1 more because I'm level 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Next level, I'll get 1 round plus 2 more. Correct?
no, I think you'll be in the two rounds until each level. So for first and second, you get 1 round. For third and fourth, you get 2 rounds. So forth.
Okay.
I think that's what it is.
It's 1 round plus 1 round for every 2 levels. is the duration.
Yeah, so if you look at the bottom of the spell description in the parentheses, it reads 2 rounds at third to fourth level, 3 rounds at
Yeah.
fifth to sixth level, etc. So yeah, you're good. You got 2 rounds for this.
Okay, cool. And then I get 2d4 points of damage, and then next level it does another 2d4 points of damage. Right now it does 2d4. Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah.
Is it-
Okay. Yep. No, it's okay. I have to be at 5th level before it goes up.
Is it actually my turn? Is that
It is your turn.
correct?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay. No, that's all right. Then I am going to once again summon the white hot anger of Gonhiriam and cast my Gonhiriam's Fury spell. And that one, basically, any enemies within 20 feet are stunned, pending the outcome of a successful charisma check. So that's pretty much everyone, all the enemies from where I am here. So they all get charisma checks.
1, 2, 3.
Again, how come it was 4d4? I'm not following. It's 2d4 points of damage for a hit, and then each
2d4 for
additional
every 2
round-
levels.
No, for each 2 levels, it lasts an additional round.
Big
So it's only
ranged
next
attack
round you
deal.
get the d4.
2d4 per 2 levels of acid damage, and it lasts for 1 round plus 1 round for every 2 levels.
Okay, you have a different description than me. Which, okay.
I like hers better. Well,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
like yours better if it's against us.
Well, which?
It's the one that Sam put in here. So-
Yeah, but are you looking at 7th printing? Pete?
I'm looking in this adventurous spellbook.
Oh,
I have no idea what.
What edition that's on?
It's yeah. It's they just compiled all the spells into one book, which is nice.
And
Okay.
in true Castles and Crusades fashion, it's not consistent.
Of course.
Okay, I'm sorry, I lost track of where we were. Okay, so saving throws or they are held, you said?
Stunned.
Stunned. Oh, stunned. Okay, well. It's a charisma save, so it would normally be 17 plus level, which is 3, so 20 is the target.
I'm
No.
fourth level.
Oh, that's right. You're the one that cast it. I don't know why I thought Arista cast it. Yeah, 4th level.
I'm
so
the
it's
only one
even worse.
stuck at 3rd level.
21, and none of them are going to make that. So they are stunned. How long?
1 round per level.
4 rounds, really?
Yeah. Yeah. Gonhiriam was very angry when he came up with this spell. So
Apparent.
they are all subject to that.
Apparent. Well, they were already held, and now they're stunned. And
Stunned for how long did you say again?
4 rounds.
I think we need to say that they are also extremely pissed and enraged
That's
by the
fair.
fact that they're going to just sit there and have their lives cut so very, very short.
Well,
They're in
that
their
was their
prime.
curse to be in room 13. Did they really expect this to be a lucky place to set up their beds?
Well, they can't read, so they didn't see the numbers painted on the ground.
In their blue cave.
Yeah, in their blue cave, their
Yeah.
cave of blue with the white walls. Well, I believe that means that they're all helpless at this moment. So I would say saved by the charisma check. Group is, by the way,
Love it.
saved.
I like that.
So let's see,
So
4
can we-
rounds. That's and all of you are up and standing and able to grab a nearby Cyclops and coup de grace
Yay.
in a most inhumane fashion.
Oh, very humane.
We'll be
You make
humane.
it quick and to the point. Huh?
Okay. Are you going to do it Roman soldier style or French knight style?
So I think for the French knight, you have to have the Makiste, what that little special pencil-like knife that shove up through the armpit or something.
Stiletto.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what it is? Stiletto? Yeah.
Well, I can
It's
use a
Italian, but yeah,
spear
same
just
thing.
as well.
And none of you have a gladius to shove down the neck.
A spear into the armpit in my case. That'll do it.
I've got
Gruesome, gruesome,
daggers
gruesome.
for everybody if you want them.
Yeah, we just bleed them.
Yeah. Okay.
I
Well,
may or may not be hoarding daggers. Just saying.
we will sort of leave the rest to our imagination, but you essentially dispatch these creatures. They're all now laying on the ground dead with amazed looks in their eyes. Some of them have
In their eye.
looks of that's right. In their individual eye, except for one who will have a tear sort of rolling out, his eyes sort of frozen in disappointment.
You know what the problem here is? It's the reason they lost is their lack of depth perception.
Yeah, I do hope that's taken into account in their attack rolls.
Really easy to over and undershoot.
Mm-hmm.
Not known for being good archers.
Well, you don't need to see even to. Just need to see your opponent to cast spells at him. And the rest just wave around with the club wide enough that they don't care. They just kind of, as long as they get within reach of something, they'll hit something. Okay.
So I have 4 arrows to try and retrieve while everyone else does what they do.
So we're all stabbing these guys, and Barton's going around picking up sticks.
2 arrows back.
Oh, thank you. You're too kind. One of those was from the forehead of the master that I critted.
Yeah, exactly.
Makes a slurping noise as I pull it out. Wipe the brains off on the clothing of the creature as I drag this arrow out. Thank you.
Okay.
So can we check their bodies?
Yes. Bear with me a moment while I try to pull up my pad.
Can I peek here? Like around the corner to see, is there anything further in here?
Bear with
I'm
me a
just
second.
concerned that something's gonna come in.
Okay. Inventory. So, as you search, find a number of gold pieces, 15 gold pieces, 60 silver. They each had large clubs. 6 total clubs, 5 pearls. I think that worked. Yes. You find that on the creatures that you found initially in the room, and on the Cyclops that joined last, the one with all the large necklaces and such. He also had a mace, but this mace is much more ornate than the others. And you also find the 2 necklaces hanging on his at the front of him, around his neck. Leather necklaces.
I'll hold on to those pearls. You can take them off the sheet. I've added it to mine.
Good to know in the future.
Ruby encrusted scepter that's probably magical, but who knows now, really?
Wait, what's that?
Look in the party sheet, you'll see it.
I don't see.
Sorak casts Detect Evil on the ruby encrusted scepter that's probably magical, but who knows now, really? And I propose to everyone that we call this item by its full name at all times.
Mm-hmm.
The one that's been in the Underkeep forever?
Oh, sorry, I thought we just found that. No.
No, I was wondering what's
No,
what.
that's in the
This is
Underkeep.
why I was confused. The unidentified item? We should probably identify.
Didn't he said there was a mace that was ornate, but I've not seen that in the list. But if there's an ornate mace, sorry, I mistook this ruby encrusted scepter, etc., for the ornate mace. Okay. Yeah, maybe Sorak wants to detect evil on the mace, just in case it's.
And that
nice.
golden necklace.
The golden
I'll go
necklace
ahead
would
and
be evil
detect.
for sure.
I'll go ahead and detect magic on all this stuff as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
The mace is the only thing. I'm sorry. The mace and the 2 necklaces seem to have some sort of aura of divine magic. Sorry, divine, magic on them.
And are they just neutral magic, or is it evil? From
The all 3 detect also as evil.
The detect magic spell should generate or determine the strength of the magic too. Is it working that way?
Yes, actually, that they're all 3 are seem to be very powerful, evil, divine items.
Don't touch.
Anybody else just get kicked out of Fantasy Grounds, or just me?
I almost did.
Okay,
just you, I
coming
think.
back.
Not just now, but like a minute or 2 ago. Oh, I hate it when I do that.
Does everybody have a magic melee type weapon?
No.
Looks like the mace might be magical.
Can't use that.
You can't use a mace.
I don't think so, but wouldn't want to. It's bad magic.
Was the mace evil? I missed that. So
Yes, it is.
He said all 3 were.
bad. My bad.
It's okay. No worries. Okay then. I'm okay with leaving behind the mace and the 2 necklaces, although we should probably remember where they are. Maybe kind of gather them up and without touching them and set them someplace that we can later bury them.
Okay.
And it's unidentified item. I wonder if we could perhaps identify it.
You
So
don't have that means?
yeah, so no one in the party currently can do that. You just don't have enough experience and wisdom and knowledge of all things arcane or divine. You can take it to maybe Priest can identify some things, maybe especially if they're sort of local in nature. Evander in the woods probably could.
And
Yep. And then almost
Might,
anything
working our way
else.
towards Evander again.
Yeah.
well,
Anything else you
remember,
could take to the mage guild in. And okay. So sorry, go ahead, Pete.
it wasn't a mace. I remember there were two other relics of Havern, but of course it was spear, armor, and bones. Wasn't it? Was it spear, armor, and bones? Yeah. So it's not one of those anyway. I was just wondering if
No.
it's none of these evil or corrupted items that we need to get rid of, like the last thing that we took to Enokai to get handled. If you remember, that was a crystal or something, wasn't it? That we took to Enokai. I can't remember. Well, it was in a box. Does anyone remember?
No.
Jen?
I don't.
I don't think you were with us yet at that point.
Oh, okay.
That was
I don't
some
remember.
time ago. Ah, the crystal, yeah, fragment of a Mogri.
Oh, yeah.
Mogrel, unspeakable evil creature, and they have strange scar brooches. Yes, that's what it was. We took to be destroyed. It wasn't an artifact at all. Okay, cool. But yeah, we should try to figure out what this is in case it does need to be professionally handled instead of some random murderous bunch of dupers.
Professionally handled. That means we can't do it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Okay, so can we check out room 14 as well? Because I guess that's quite open since the door's blasted open.
Oh yes. Let us see. You would. No, I guess we can show certainly all of 14 and maybe part of 15.
I'm going to move cautiously into the room then.
Okay.
Eye is drawn to what appears to be a table or something like that in the south wall.
Yep. You do see a table, and it looks like on top of it are various, maybe ritualistic, ritual devices. It looks to be some sort of sensor, some place where perhaps sacrifices or small burnt offerings are made. There's quite a bit of ash and burnt charcoal on that there. Then a couple of small idols, one of which is the lidless eye, and the other is on stalks. So these
Okay.
are instruments that appear to have probably been used in rituals.
Well, then just to make sure there's not any further threat, I'm going to move to the doorway here into 15 as well. Make sure there's no one in there.
And you
And
find
after we did, go ahead. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, you find what appears to be a bedroom. There's a bookcase with some books, and a small chest to the side, and and the bed.
Sorry, I had a distraction here for a moment. What was on the table in this room?
In the table in the other room, there seem to be small instruments, probably used in rituals. Some sort of burnt offering. I don't know what you call that. Not a chalice, but stoneware, like a large cup that you would put burnt offerings in. Um, and, and two smaller idols depicting the lidless eye and the creature with many eyes.
When you say small, how small? Are they pocketable or are they small as in like 6 inches high? Small as in tiny or small as in not huge?
Not pocketable. They're both about 8 inches high, 8 inches tall. The two idol. The burnt offering thing is kind of a bowl. It's about 12 inches around. It has sort of a. It looks like a large bowl under which you might put some sort of kindling or burning fuel. Above it is like a not a perch, but a place where you would put a another smaller bowl suspended over it. That you would probably place your burnt offering.
I asked Zorak what he thinks of these idols and whether we should find a way to dispose of them. Surely not good.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were thinking of Tor, or you said Tor, but you did say Sorek.
I did say Zorak. Yeah.
Well, I suspect he would say, "No, no, we got to get rid of these. Can't
Guess
stand
you're
to
carrying
suffer."
them then, bud.
Yeah,
Oh, we
you.
might need to patch up Zorak as well. I guess he's a bit battered, isn't he?
Yeah, I was just about to go into that once we finished with that. So I'll be casting
Okay.
6 Cure Light Wound spells, 3 on him, 3 on me. It looks like you other two folks are pretty healthy, right?
Yep, I'm good.
We'll see how they go first on him. Imagine you roll an 8 and an 8, then you might be okay.
So 10 hit points back to Sorak.
I will patch him up.
So he's still 12 down. So let me give him another one. All right. So he's only 5 down. And 3 on myself. Okay.
Now you're getting some reverses like that.
Thanks.
You know what? I'm gonna ask for just a 2-minute break. About 8:30 this morning, and a lot of caffeine beverage. And it's starting to hit me.
No worries.
So I need just a 2-minute real quick break. I'll be right back.
I've just come back from a scout camp. Well, it's not a camp. It was more of an activity, couple of days, activity days. So I've had a really long weekend myself as well.
Oh,
Yesterday racked up 20,000 steps just walking around Antwerp, which was fun.
yeah. What kind of scouts do you guys have over there? Is it
Young
like
people who
Boy
stuff.
Scouts or some other
It's,
association?
I'm part of British Scouting Overseas, so it's the British Scouts.
Mhm.
The Belgians do have their own scouts, but the troops that I'm a leader with is British Scouting Overseas.
Yeah. Ethan's in a just program called Trail Life, which is kind of like the Boy Scouts.
It's a bit different because I think they're a bit more open-minded, dare I say, than the Boy Scouts of America. They've had girls since I was there in the 80s or 90s.
Yeah.
Girls could join the Scouts. They're very open-minded on all other rights, gay rights, whatever religion you are. They have adapted promises and things that adapt to your religion, things like that.
Okay.
It's to be as inclusive as possible.
Okay.
But it's cool. They get a lot done. There's a lot to do, and it's all about basically encouraging and growing the youth. So it's good.
Sorry, guys.
If I'm right, we've only got about half an hour left anyway, so it's suggest we try and make the most of it though. I'm keen to get this side of this room done, the 14, 15, and whatever's behind that other
I
door.
agree.
It shouldn't
Sorry,
be too bad because if there was anything serious behind this other door, then I think it would come out
Precisely.
and fight. So it should be safe.
Okay, it sounded like you were talking about strategy. What's the plan?
Well, Tor was investigating, or yeah. So Tor, you found a bookshelf and a chest and a bed, yeah.
Yeah, I move back in there and just do a little bit more comprehensive search.
Can I join him and start checking out the books and looking to see if there's anything? Well, all knowledge interests me, but I'm curious to see what the books are here.
Yep. So on the bookcase, you will find 3 books. They appear to be written in a language you do not understand. They're rather large, heavy volume, sort of befitting the size of the creatures. What?
Does it look like any of the like? Is it similar to any of the languages that I know?
The 2 of you can probably give me an intelligence check.
In the tower or open?
You can do it, Neil.
I'm smarter than you are.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, even Vartan has maybe a slight edge because of his runic knowledge. You do not seem familiar. So,
Okay.
whatever these are, you'll probably have to take them to someone.
Okay.
Yeah, my languages, by the way, are Common, Dwarven, Elven, Fey, Goblin, and Halfling. Which, of
You can
course,
probably
none of
read
which.
that.
But do the languages in the book seem to marry up with the etchings that we saw on the wall? It's a similar type of script.
You do see one of the books does have many images similar to, so the lidless eye and the many-eyed creature. So it seems suggestive that has something to do with the lore or the worship that's going on in this area. The other 2 don't have any symbology that you recognize.
Okay. Do you want to put them as a?
Oh yes, I'm sorry. Yeah.
If everyone's okay, I'll hold on to these until we can get them.
Yep. Go
We're
right
gonna
ahead.
say unreadable book with let's say various eye symbols.
Oh, and did anyone take that magical evil club? Because I didn't see it. I hope someone picked it up at least. Don't want to leave such things lying around.
Well, what have
Magical,
we? Go ahead.
magical evil what? Weapon? The weapon? We have that one weapon and then 2 necklaces, both of which we should probably bag up and at least bury until we can get them identified. While I am happy to carry all the little pieces, I am but a small little wizard, and do not have much room in my backpack for carrying a 1,000-pound backpack. So perhaps someone else will carry that.
I'm sorry, what was it that we're looking, Gary?
Oh, we're talking about the 2 necklaces and the what is it, a flail?
Mace.
Yeah, but we don't have
Oh, a mace. Yeah, I can carry the bag. That's fine.
Excellent.
So, I think I heard you twice now say that you're going to be very careful.
Yes.
I don't want to project.
But
You are trying to
we
be
don't-
careful.
Yes.
We don't see the mace in the parcel items.
It's listed as unidentified object, I
Okay.
think.
Okay.
I don't have
So
another
whoever's
way to
taking the mace-
signify it. That's their text, so I don't want to reveal what it is, of course, because it's not identified.
Yep. So yes, we are careful about not touching it as
So
we
let's say
bag it up.
assignment is carefully placed in bag.
Huh?
And you
There.
put that for the 2 necklaces as well.
And who's doing the placing?
I'll
I'll do
put
it.
them in the bags unless Tor wants to.
Okay. No, I'll just hold the bag open for you because I'm going to
Oh,
carry
that
it.
sounds good.
Okay, we'll assume that goes off without a hitch. Okay, good there.
After finding the books, I'm also going to rummage around the bed, strip it, pull the pillows off, check under the mattress, under the bed, behind the headboard.
I'm
Completely
going to sigh and roll my eyes at him.
search and strip the bed.
Okay,
in every
I like how he's
possible
assuming the bed had been made.
yeah, right.
Well,
So,
you know, he's an important person.
so the bed is mostly made of just sort of rough leathers. There is sort of a blanket of some sort of fur-lined leather. Um, and while it is relatively sort of plush and luxurious compared to the sleeping pallets in the other room, it's by no means nice by human standards, by work standards. Um, so as you know, as you're picking up, moving around, some small bugs sort of fall out, some bed bugs,
Yay!
maybe some fleas or lice, something on that order. So
I am so glad I'm outside this room.
Hopefully that's specific to the Cyclopses.
it's
I'll
Cyclopean
leave
lice.
well. I will leave well alone at this point and step back. So let's call through the door to whoever's around. Just the chest to deal with now. Anyone sorting that? And with a deafening silence, I'll move over to the chest, I guess. Tori, are you still here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, cool. I was just wondering if you want to check the chest or I will, if you like.
No, I can check it. Yep, that's fine.
Okay.
So I don't
Kinda
have
feel
any.
like maybe in the future we should not let Tor do that, because if something happens to someone, Tor's the one that needs to heal them. And well, if Tor's dead, just saying, maybe we
That's the
should leave
worst
them
that could happen.
Thorak in the future.
I thank you for the backhanded concern for my well-being.
He's an orc. What damage can a chest do to an orc?
Oh yeah. So I'll trying to not look poorly in front of my new companions, newish companions. I will kneel down in front of the chest, assess it, and if it seems like there's some sort of obvious opening / locking mechanism, I'll try to use it.
Okay.
Or trap.
Oh, yeah. Exactly.
It's a mimic.
The chest does not look. It looks fairly normal. It doesn't have very many ornate or any kind of fancy bindings or anything like that, gilding or a fairly bog standard chest with the usual iron straps. And you do notice there's definitely a hole for a.
We didn't find a key.
We had a
That
key
might
ring
have-
last time. And we had some keys last session that helped us open up some of the doors.
You
Doesn't
did.
work on this.
Oh, good question.
Try it.
Okay, so you're gonna try to use the key in that lock.
Yeah,
Okay.
I did. See if it works.
So you stick the key in the lock, and I need everyone in the room to give me a constitution.
Woohoo! Not in the room.
Bummer.
No, Arista, I'm sorry, everyone in the next two rooms. Let me be clear. Room 14 and 15. Everyone within 15 feet of the chest.
Any in the open. Okay, let's do this.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I did
Outside.
it in the open.
That's right.
Woohoo! Okay.
And
what we got
Thorak.
here?
Working on it right now.
The Tor is his prime.
This is
Yeah,
prime.
both
Steam.
Sorak, mine and Sorak are both prime.
So two things happen at once. The first is you hear a very loud gong. In the traditional sense of a gong, it sounds like something heavy has struck a very large metal shield. So it's you're a bong, and it's extremely loud, exceedingly loud. It almost vibrates the walls. And the other thing is, suddenly Arista and Varatan just sort of fall straight down asleep, and Thor and Thorak just sort of yawn and shrug it off.
Whoa, 19 didn't do it.
Nap time. Does this mean that I get to take a rest?
Nice.
This is, you do realize
Turn lemon
this
into
is
lemonade.
This is the second time that we've gone to sleep like this.
Yeah.
We're making a habit of it.
So I'll rush to their side, and whoever's closest, I'll rush to that person's side first, and just check to make sure that they're still alive, and then try to revive them.
Okay, so you begin
Just
trying to
Thorak
revive.
My fault.
Well, I guess it would be Arista. She's a little closer.
Bear with me.
Well, she's a girl.
Unless she's the girl, is that what you said?
Yeah, she's the girl. We have to make sure that she doesn't get damaged as much as possible to do the gentlemanly and chivalry thing.
I'm also
Chivalric thing.
squishier.
That is true. Oftentimes goes along with being the girl, but not always.
Indeed. It does often. Typically.
Okay. So Thor has rushed to Varatan's side and is trying to rouse him. is very difficult to rouse. Not
Oh, no,
impossible.
I was doing Arista.
Oh, Eurissa. Okay, so nobody's helping Varatan. That's good.
Nope.
Not yet.
Good to
Not
know.
one.
Oh, he's certainly on my list for next.
He's on the list.
I don't know what Sorak's doing, but maybe.
Yeah. Hold on a sec. After a few moments, the oh, you're kidding me. It's something every week with this game with school. Now my drawings won't disappear, won't turn invisible.
Aw.
This is fantastic. Like here I am, set to reveal, like, oh, suddenly the wall disappears. But the wall didn't disappear.
Aw.
My drawings, oh, it did. It did it on yours, but not mine. Oh, this is
On
just
what?
crazy.
Which wall's that, Mark?
The wall right
one
to
to
the
the
south
south?
of Varatan, yeah.
Oh, that little. Gotcha.
The wall sort of slides open backwards and what Varatan cannot see, but it a very finely smooth carved room, part of a room anyway, that he could see if he could see, and
If you were awake.
if he were awake,
Uh-huh.
he would notice that, and um yeah, that can't come into the light again.
Did Tor get the chest open or?
No, this happened before anything else. Or Sor could sit and sort of look in the chest. I assume he just immediately went and tried to wake his fellows.
Oh, so it didn't appear to be a result of me to open the chest?
No, it happened the moment you put the key in the chest and you turned.
Got it. Okay, got it. No, I didn't further. I didn't go further with that once I saw my two companions drop down.
Yeah, and for what it's worth, the lock didn't appear, at least your immediate senses, it didn't appear to open anyway. Not like the chest sprung open. I need to figure out how to. To
Given that we have 9 minutes left, is this something that we leave as a cliffhanger?
yeah, I think it's probably a good idea because will again probably be another combat because he about to lurch in the room are more Fight Club.
Yay!
Yay, when the two of us down, yay.
Yeah.
So that means
Don't
since
leave me
you
alone.
guys said
I'm dead.
I think Jen was saying that we're not playing the week after Thanksgiving, next Sunday.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. So definitely next Sunday we will not be available given it's the holiday.
Okay.
Plans.
That's all right. We'll play without you and let you know what happens with these cyclopses.
It'll be a narrative style. We'll just make it up.
Yeah. Well, whatever it was, we beat it. Got a little hurt. That's all right. We
That was
rested
amazing.
up. And we gave ourselves
Should have
like
been there, man.
1,000 gold.
That was cool.
Oh, and also we all leveled 4 levels.
In
Yeah,
one
thanks,
session.
Mark.
Yeah. Yeah. So good idea. So we'll pick it up in 2 weeks, and we'll start sort of at the top of the initiative order, and this whatever is coming next.
Good.
All right.
Maybe
Yeah,
by then
very cool.
they'll fix whatever this bug is that toggles it for thee but not for me.
Well,
You know,
if invented some new ones by then. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I love Fantasy Grounds Classic, but I don't know that Unity is any better. It seems more buggy to me.
Yeah, I don't have experience with classics, so I can definitely tell you there's just bugs left and right in this.
Hmm.
Now, did you buy
Yeah, I was
into
looking
this?
at.
Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. What were you saying?
I was gonna say, did you buy into this at the Kickstarter or?
Classic, I did. Well, not at the Kickstarter, but early on, I just went ahead and bought the lifetime license.
Cool.
But I
Yeah.
don't have any. I don't have any investment in Unity because, like I said, it just doesn't seem. It seems too buggy yet. I may get something. May invest in it later on. But once they iron out all the problems, I'm not sure why it's so buggy though. Because I'm not sure how different it is from Fantasy Grounds Classic.
Yeah, I don't know either. Well, other than it's a rewrite on Unity. And I can kind of see why they did it, but yeah, I agree with you. It seems like every week I'm fighting some bug that's they're new or hadn't stumbled across. Like this is new. Like I didn't have. Well, last week, if you recall, uh, when the players would come up, the like the coverings I had done, the layered extra layered things to cover like secret
Mm.
rooms
Yeah.
weren't showing on the players, but they were showing on me. And
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
that's
So it spoiled the
disappointing.
surprise. And then this
Mhm.
time, it looked like it was there, but when I toggled it off, it still shows on mine. It's like boggles my mind.
Yeah, I was looking at another VTT the other day, Owlbear Rodeo, which is pretty. It's pretty cool. It's browser based, and it basically is just. It's more like just sitting at the table, really. It doesn't have a lot of the the high end features and stuff like that. But if you ever just wanted to run a basic games like somebody sitting around the table with a battle map in front of you, and with some electronic stuff added to it, seems like it does pretty well. But there are a lot of these VTTs out there now, like Alchemy and what's the other one? Foundry. A lot of them are coming up.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm going to wait and see because they have a promising. It's promising that there are these updates every single week, so it's very actively under development. What
Yeah.
exactly they're doing, I'm not sure because we don't have very many
Right.
visible changes, just new bugs every week. But they're doing something regularly.
Yeah,
Uh, what I'm inclined to do at the moment, because I've never really bought into Fancy Grounds, but I have been playing on it a long time now as a demo player.
Hmm.
I'm going to see what offers they come with Black Friday or Cyber Monday and see if I'm going to give it a go there. Because maybe one day I'll run a game. We'll see. But I already have a lifetime top of the line premium with Roll20 from their Kickstarter. So that was
Oh,
always
okay.
my preferred platform for running games in the past. But I don't know. Maybe time to give Fancy Grounds a go.
Yeah, Roll20 took a hit in my view about a year ago, or maybe it was a little longer, when one of their primary developers was talking shit about basically getting political. We won't go into it here, but he's basically showing his ass in front of everybody. So I don't really have anything to do with them anymore.
Necessary, it's keep your politics to yourself.
Agreed.
Don't make part of your business political because you're just going to piss off a lot of people.
Yeah, that used to be common sense in business. People used to know that, but not anymore.
Yeah, I know the Trollord guys are always, very staunch about not talking about politics, whatever it is that they believe. I've been close with those guys on the Discord and the Twitch and everything else for a very long time, but they've never got political. I still have no idea what their political leanings are. I have
Yeah,
suspicions, but
yeah, and that's the perfect way it should be, right?
not a point. Yeah, exactly. But luckily it makes no difference to me what the Roll20 people believe. It's not like they're getting any more money from me because I have a full pro subscription from their Kickstarter.
Yeah.
So it's just, yeah, I'll use that platform.
Speaking
not
of
see about anything.
political opinions out of gaming, are we still broadcasting?
We are. I can turn that off.
Okay, yeah.